and doesn't feel too bad about going toe-to-toe with the Ambessa.
I think Urgot generally loves like, oh, you're going to dash around me? Go ahead.
You want to
dash into my shotgun lane.
Kind of the guy that we're looking at to make the big plays.
Keeping my eyes on him. It looks like he's setting his eyes on a mid lane gank.
Could just flash over the wall. Larssen holding on to mana. Flash over, instant W, follow up in first blood. I didn't even need Larssen.
Very clean play. That blight passive.
Yeah, it's pretty infuriating.
Loopy roaming mids. Larssen's got no flash around.
Flash over from Reeker. It's a bit bold, but Loopy is on the way up. That Q's not going to connect, but Q3 likely to hit. Larssen taking his time, trying to get fancy with it, but I think just delaying the inevitable here. Reeker, quick snap back on the soul unbound just to finish the job.
Yone players will just start building it, even if it's objectively bad.
You just put a bunch of stats that look really nice that are actually terrible. Loopy, quick stun, follow-up is there. That's one very squishy cow. Execute, gonna get executed.
And that's just another pick for SK. I mean, they're just finding picks on the map.
Grubs have already gone to the side of Rogue. Patrik just trying to show a bit of presence here. Larssen walking in, Pantheon coming in as well. Boukada in the midst of the team. The follow-up is there from Reeker, but a double flick back from Larssen certainly looks good to start things off. Snapping back now, knowing Malrang level 6 is still a powerhouse. SK a bit awkward here, but the Dragon seems like it'll reset away in lane. Tense moment there. The Bar Assault does a lot of things, but it does not stop the MF ultimate. Reeker, though, might just be in trouble. His ulti not quite available. Quick flick back. The combo here. Malrang and Larssen working together beautifully.
Malrang doing a good job.
Champion who can proc Sundered Sky 3 times. Maybe some messy exchanges. SK starting the objective. Larssen immediately walling off. W forward from Boukada, but it's the same situation. SK not respecting the range of engage here from the side of Rogue.
I love that skin.
That is one of the few things that are going well for SK, is that their skins are very funny. Maybe something else is going to happen here on the bottom side. It looks like Adam's been caught out. Nice flash out of the ulti. Can try to get over the wall into Loopy with an ulti of his own. Loopy managing to flash away. Shielding coming in. Reeker on the chase. Adam getting so many resources dedicated. And SK will find that. There's not a wave for a couple of seconds, so this dive will be tricky. But with an Alistar and a Pantheon, this looks set up to do pretty well.
Loopy,
TP behind.
you gotta be careful.
Urgot coming to clean up. Loopy going in, lockdown is there, Reeker punted back, Loopy probably going to fall, stun does connect onto Patrik, and here comes Reeker, but it might be just a little bit late. Lockdown going in onto Larssen. Gen X not going to find the kill, but Keduii will, and in the meantime, the lead through. Adam just going to get deleted. Ooh, the TP timing not working out a moment. And Rogue aren't on the same page, really costing them. Now the follow-up, the lockdown is there. Keduii in a position to ult. When is he going to throw it down? There it is. Patrik getting chunked, but staying just on the edge of the hitbox, will be able to walk away.
What started out as a messy play for SK turned out heavily in their favor. They secured their first tower of the game. But this is the cool thing about Pantheon and Taliyah, is they're really good at attacking side lanes together. So you can do this thing called shadowing, mid-wave, and just on time, Malrang's able to drop down that Herald. Here. A bit of damage down onto this tower.
Patrik is bot, which might be a little bit awkward here. No one is riding the Herald. Good damage going through onto Reeker. Play the room picking up for a 1v1, not enough for a 4v1. Rogue find a pick. They do use those are deep questions. We don't need to spiral, you know? Oh, there are some dragonflies though, so the mosquito problem solved by that as the ulti goes in. Patrik cleansing, still slowed up for a second, will lose about half his life, but now the re-engage coming through. Execute with a bit of an awkward punt back. Now Gen X on the chase.
He's looking for that ulti.
Fear beyond death. Larssen, nice pick coming in for Keduii. Decent poke back, but Rogue just losing right play. If you stand behind someone, you die to the double. If you stand in front, you die to the fear beyond death. SK will probably concede mid here. Gen X is going in. I think just two-shot the tower, but instead they're going to keep the dive going. Tower about to fall. Gen X doing a decent amount of damage. Will just get picked off. Adam still living as well. And crucially, they get that kill right before the Otacon buff comes in. Now Gen X will have it when he respawns. The Rogue getting a ton of money for SK's aggressive attempt at finishing the Otacon.
Ooh, Loopy, he's looking for this.
Walk up. Larssen. That Zanya's is not doing a lot.
He buys a little bit of time. If nothing else, he bought time for Patrik to escape. And Adam nicely picks up that tier 2 in the top lane. So that was
not quite in the right position.
Corrected.
Also, the false life buff is still there. And you got level 13 for Reeker. Their comp's still strong. They get a quick flash out of Patrik. Nice look for a pick in the mid lane. Boukada sending the ulti. Just try to cement this initial pick on to execute. Fear beyond death. He's pulling him in. They weren't chains. They might have been towels. The skin is weird as hell, but SK will find the pick. Oh, immediate ult now coming in from Reeker. Knows that he has the false life, just trying to style. Larssen buying a bit more time. Damage, but the creeps are blocking the way. Now Boukada flashing in. They really want to get good use out of these buffs, but this is absolutely not it. That is a lot. That is 600 gold for Larssen's flash.
Yeah.
And Zhonya's.
SK is... The thing that concerns me is just kind of... I feel like it's just going to be a game about fighting, and I just prefer SK's calm.
Okay, Boukada ulting. Patrik immediately forced to cleanse there. Wall now going in. XQ getting chunked out. Manages to find another combo, but Larssen's on the wrong side of the wall. In the meantime, Genx now joining. Full on 5v5. Reeker just barely able to make it out before someone could body block in the last few minutes, although Rogue still feeling good about the last sequence where they were able to get so many towers.
I think we're about to run into another pick, Drakos.
Execute. Another pick. Loopy locked up. This time SK cutting their losses, leaving their support to die, but Rogue grouped as a 5-man, 3 seconds till Baron spawns. I imagine they just immediately go for it.
Just force the Baron. Rogue find another pick at a crucial time. Now the pressure is on SK. How are they going to challenge this? They have the Maokai ultimate. TP now committed.
Reeker on the way in has no ulti. Needs to stack Q, but doesn't have a good angle. I think SK hoping for a mistake from the side of Rogue. Keduii's ultimate is going to be key here, but he just doesn't have it quite yet. Quick snapback, 3K on the objective, flick back, but a nice buffer on the disdain means Genx is still able to make it out. Rogue should just be able to grab this objective for free. Execute now down. Pantheon taking the Baron. SK looking for exit kills. Reeker waiting over the wall, about to have the ulti, but now it's Adam going in. A quick turn. Boukada deleted. It's the AP Maokai. Not powerful at all. Keduii caught out the flash through. The double flash through. Loopy on the way in, just in time to watch his team die. Rogue decisive in the play. Loopy running. To get away, but there's just no shot.
Adam with some great decision-making on the back end of that fight. He finds a clutch ultimate onto the overextending Boukada and Genx.
Well played by the side of Rogue. And the chase down potential you see here with the semi-globals, especially when Larssen doesn't need it to start the fight. Weaver's Wall not too far out. Patrik with his ulti available to SK. Has the Maokai ulti to try and create some space to zone away. Good ulti from Loopy. Immediate follow-up coming in from Keduii, but Larssen buys a bit more time. Execute still ticking, still standing strong in the meantime. Reeker taking a tower. Pressure on 2 lanes. A lot of cooldowns burned there, but will save the bot lane tower at least as Adam just continues this assault in mid lane.
Adam is very strong, and Genx is really starting to struggle to deal with it.
Rogue. Stepping up now. Larssen TPing back instead of conceding here, knowing that they still are in such an advantageous position, knowing those ultimates are gone. Opts to TP back to lane, keep that pressure up, try to get a second inhibitor. The minions will finish it for him.
Good damage done. I was a bit worried for Rogue after SK found that nice engage onto Executor. I mean, onto 3 members, really. But the good news is Rogue didn't really...
what their competition wants to do, but Rogue, much more powerful tools to snowball. Pantheon, the Grand Starfall, Genx, overextending here, locked up by Adam. Ooh, this execution taking a bit of time, but down he goes. Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, all remaining members of SK looking for a push.
Successfully generated. Now he can look to regroup with his team, force Reeker into this awkward decision.
Be looking to cover. Varus connecting on 1. Backstep there. Loopy probably going to fall. Manages to make it out. Genx is just about to get one shot, trying to disdain his way to the safety, but Malrang does too much damage. Fall now coming in from Adam. Looking to find Keduii as well. Clean picks from Rogue.
And it's an easy pickup as Adam makes his way over to the team. And now there's only 1 inhibitor standing in their way. Rogue bounce back in the series. They find some fantastic picks. The Baron was really the nail-biter, and now they're looking to close things out.
Keeping things going. SK trying to turn here. Reeker really their only good source of damage. Is going to be able to ult through, at least find 1. Snaps back, unstoppable for the moment. Low health bar. Another Q3 ready to go, but should just fall. 3 carries left standing for Rogue. Malrang dang powerful. One last desperate hold from SK as Rogue looked to close this one out. Boukada chunks, completely deleted. Rogue firing back, standing strong and taking us to a game 3.
I think you could see the Malrang impact in this game. That Pantheon was doing so much work in the early game, denying early objectives away from SK, punishing the dives, finding repeated picks. Overall, really good performance from Malrang. Patrik stepped up, being a huge carry, ending with a score 4-0-7, and then Adam in those final team fights.